Hello YouTube. Alright, it's been a while since I did a video. Hasn't really been too much going on. We had some big deep freezes, but for the last couple days we have been going through the garden stuff, figuring out what we're going to grow. So we came up with this plan of the garden. Down in the back, you've seen it in the other videos, this being the trees, this being the hillside, and the creek running along this side. So we're going to be putting in, since we have such water problems back in there, we're going to do a 40-foot by 54 feet garden. And these small squares here, these are going to be raised beds, and we have decided that we're going to use concrete block. They're going to be 10 block long, 3 block wide, making it 4 feet by 13 feet, each one of those squares. It's going to, for one layer block, it's going to require 26 block. Concrete block here at Lowe's is only $1 a block, so that's $26 per garden, per bed. So we thought about a lot of different things. You know, at our last homestead we did the wood, worked out really good, but you know what, we had it for about 3 years and the wood started coming apart. It was time to reinforce it, and you know what, that was just money out the door is the way I look at it. So the nice thing about block is we can use it forever. It will last forever. We'll never have to replace it. So for $26 to go one high, we're going to go ahead and go that route. So we're going to do one high on all of these the first year. Since we have so many, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So basically for less than $200 we'll have 8 13 by 4 raised beds. Next year we'll do the same thing. We'll buy enough for one more layer for each one of them, so it's not such a big hit in 1 year for us. It's only a one year, $200, and I'm hoping that maybe we can sell some of the vegetables to actually offset the cost of being able to buy more block. So this is what we got set up. So all the way around on all the paths, we have a bunch of trees that need to be shredded and stuff like that. We do have a shredder. So all the branches we're going to be shredding into mulch, and we will be mulching all the paths. The raised beds are going to go on either side with 4 feet in between each and every one of these. So we have 4 there, and then 2 feet here, 2 here, 4 feet, 4 feet, 4 feet. Tomatoes are going to go on the outside edge of this, and we are going to place them every 2 feet apart. So there'll be one here, skip a block, be one here, skip a block, be one there, skip a block, be... You get the message. So it's going to go all the way around this inside. Now this inside is not going to be a raised bed. This is just going to be dirt. But we are going to be putting some black plastic down. We've had a lot of good luck in the past with black plastic and with corn as well as tomatoes. Both of those love the heat. So with the black plastic, it gives them more heat in the ground, holds it. It also helps hold in the moisture. So we're going to go that route and see how that does. There will be no tomatoes here and no tomatoes here, allowing us access into here. We're going to rototill all of this one time with the tractor, and then I'm going to go over it with, we have a smaller rototiller, and I'm going to go over it lightly with that one just to break up all the big clumps and to get it smoothed down. And then we're going to plant corn in the middle, and I'm going to put okra either on this side or this side. I'm not quite sure. It might actually be down here on this side. The sun is going in this direction, So it raises here, it comes up over, it comes down, and then it comes down like this. So this is going to get morning sun. It's going to get the afternoon sun, but it will not get a lot of evening sun because there's trees all right in here. So the evening sun is good because it's going to get all the good sun and not the heat when it's really, really hot out. The squashes are going to go on the outside, along the hillside. We're going to go ahead and plant the squashes. We're going to do 2 pumpkin, and then we're going to do 2 butternut squash. We're going to do 2 acorn squash, and then we're going to do some zucchini and a yellow squash. So those are our plans here. This allows us to be able to keep the vines away from the actual garden and help offset that and not get them all tangled up and everything. So we are still trying to figure out what we're going to be planting down through here. Now remember, these ones right here are going to get full sun constantly. But not only that, we have an underground spring that sits right here that we're going to try and do a pump. What do they call that? A jack pump? No. I don't know. I'll have to think of it and come up and figure it out. Anyways, we're going to try and be able to utilize a Jackie pump. No. We're going to try and utilize the underground spring and be able to, without electricity, use a pump, get it to pump water to a hose in which we can water our garden. And then I could just move the hose all the way over to here and let it go down into the spring without having all of this soaking wet. That's going to be the biggest thing, is trying to keep this dry and only water what we need to water. So what are we going to plant? Well, I still don't know what we're going to put in all of these. It's going to be a little bit of everything. So, but this is what we've decided that we're going to do. We're going to do tomatoes, green peppers, banana peppers, hot and mild, beets, radishes, Ram Jack. That's ram what pump. A ram pump. I don't know. A ram pump. We're going to try and do a ram pump over here and put one together and see if that's going to work. If you don't know anything about a ram pump, it basically uses the energy of water, whether it be on a downhill, and in this case we have a spring that's already pushing out water, so we're going to be using that energy to actually pump water to wherever we need it to go, and it can actually pump uphill. So look up, just look up a ram pump, and that's what we did, and looked at some ideas on YouTube. There's a lot of good videos out there, so I don't think I need to do one. But we will do a video when we're doing it, of course. Anyways, green tomatoes, banana peppers, beets, radishes, carrots, spinach, lettuce, onions, celery, turnips, garlic. Garlic won't be planted until in September. We plant that in the fall. This year we're not going to have any garlic. We didn't get it in this fall, but we will put it in next in September. Zucchini, corn. We are going to do wheat. That's going to go down into the pasture. We are going to actually mill our own flour. Cucumbers, strawberries. We're debating on strawberries because that's actually supposed to go in front of the parking area, which is not finished, so we might not be doing strawberries this year. We are going to do okra, beans, green beans. Cabbage, we've decided not to do, only because it does take up a lot of space for one head. And if you go to the grocery store, you get cabbage for like 20 cents a pound. So you get a great big head for just a couple bucks, and we don't go through that much cabbage to get us to actually grow it this year. We will probably grow it next year. Butternut squash, pumpkins, acorn squash, Peas, we are trying to find, we had a bush pea, and we can't seem to find our seeds for that. So we are debating that as well. We are doing sorghum, which is another type of, actually I have it right there. It's a very large plant. They get really, really tall. Let's see, 8 to 10 feet tall. And then at the very top, they get these great big large seeds, and when they're ready to pick, you pull them, and you can actually mill these and actually make flour out of these as well. There's a lot of different things. Look it up, it's pretty cool. And then we're going to do parsnips. So we got a basic idea of how much we are going to do. Like I said, we decided not to do cabbage, so that one's out. But I can fit into this area 340 corn, 50 tomatoes. Now, you're probably saying, oh my gosh, that is a lot of stuff. Tomatoes, we usually do anywhere between 50 to 100 tomatoes, even at our other homestead. We go through a lot of tomatoes. I make my own spaghetti sauce. I make pizza sauce. We have tomato juice, tomato water. So we go through a lot of tomatoes. So that's why we do 50, and not to, and of course you got to eat them raw with a little bit of salt or a tomato sandwich. Okra, 12 onions. We're going to be doing 96 of them, in which we're going to be getting ready to order our onions. Green peppers, we will do 21. Now this 21 is going to, green peppers are going to actually be multiple different types of peppers that we're going to be using. And then banana peppers, we'll do 6 hot and 6 mild. So that's what we got all figured out for right now. We might actually break this down and only do 1 acorn squash, or I'm not exactly sure. Or we might actually only do 1 pumpkin. The pumpkin is basically just so kids can do one and take care of it and stuff. But let me show you what we got. Some of the things that we do, you already saw this. We get some of our seeds from Seed Savers, which is really good. It's an heirloom. And they are also non-GMO. So it's actually pretty good. You get 100 seeds in there. I think I paid like $1.50, I want to say. Something like that. It's pretty good. Seed Savers is one of our big ones that we go to. But let me show you some of the things. We love this book. The John Shepherd's. And this is like the best book that we found so far. It really has a lot of stuff in it that you probably wouldn't find in too many places. We do look at gurneys, but you will end up finding, like, for gurneys, we're debating it. We look at it for trees and stuff. We have bought some trees. We bought rhubarb from this place that did okay. The problem with these is that, you know, you're paying for $4 for a packet of seeds. That packet is only going to contain a few seeds, depending on what it is. So, I mean, if you're looking at onion seeds, it's probably going to have 100 of them in there. But if you're looking at tomato seeds and stuff, you see it's now $5. This one here, the early slice, you're talking 1 packet, $9 for a packet of seeds. And they actually tell you, I mean, you're going to pay $9 for 15 seeds. Yeah, you're going to get maybe a lot of tomatoes, but you know what? Look into other places. You'd be surprised. Seed Savers is a great one to go to if you're looking for some stuff outside the box. Anyways, we store all of our stuff in these containers. They just got a snap-on lid. We store them in baggies or in the actual package. This one right here happens to be all of our plants that we're going to be doing. So we got some poppies, we got This is zinnias. We're going to be doing our sunflowers, and this one has a bunch of different sunflowers. We have the classic gold black mammoth, the velvet queen, the teddy bear, and then the autumn beauty. So this packet right here, this is organic, contains one package of every single one of these. I got this on clearance after the sale, so I think I paid like $1 for that. But you know what, I only need to buy one because of course once they seed, you're going to pull seeds and save them. So we got purple clematis we're going to be planting some more of. Of course we're going to be planting some more marigolds. That keeps the deer away. Not exactly sure what this is. I don't know what it's called. It's a great big round purple fuzzy ball with what on a stick. Basically it looks like a big lollipop. That's what that is. Moss rose. These are just some different things. More poppies, different types and stuff. So those are the types of flowers that we're going to end up planting. This right here, this is a bunch of seeds that I got from Agway. A lot of these are actually pretty good. I don't think they're organic or anything. It don't actually say. I'd have to look it up. But a lot of these I don't use. I actually trade these off for other stuff. But if I went to Agway, last year, I think it was in the beginning of November, and they had all their seeds and for 5 cents each. So I bought everything they had, literally. I mean, we got radishes, endive, wax beans, sweet corn, we got beans. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. If you ever see this stuff, I mean, don't pass it by, because even if it's not organic, you know what you could do with these? You could take them to the flea market. You can sell them to get the seeds that you want. A lot of people don't care about organic or stuff like that. We also have a bunch, and I do know that these are organic because Agway does sell all their herbs are organic. Basil, coriander, things like that. So I got a whole bunch of these. We also buy these. I bought 4 packages on Amazon. I think it was like $3 for 4 packages, and each package has 50 of them in it. And what they are just these little peel Ziploc bags, and what we use them for is our seeds. So it keeps them dry. I don't have to worry about humidity. And then we just throw them in one of our containers, and that's what we use. But like I said, we bought 4 packages of these, so 200 count total for like $3 on Amazon, which works out really good. Now, some seeds, of course, are just so big you can't use those. And this is the seeds that we're going to be doing this year. So we went through and made sure we had seeds for everything we wanted to do. This is all of our saved seeds. Yellow sweet corn, this is from 2016. These are still good. They're still viable. As long as you keep them in make sure they're dry when you're putting them in, they will stay for years. And you would be surprised. I planted some 2014 2 years ago, and they were like what, 2-3 years old, and every single one came up. So this is just some of the stuff that we've gone ahead and got. These are wax yellow beans. So, and these are some different things that I'm going to be putting on not in the garden, but they're going to go in other places of the yard. So I have some garden huckleberry. This stuff is so good. I made some jam back in 2015 when we grew it, and I saved a bunch of seeds. And the jam, I mean, I made 24 pints. Well, they're almost gone. It's like my favorite. It is so good. radishes. Don't pull your stuff. Once it's done growing, just let it grow and bolt and stuff. We got strawberry spinach. Again, another really good thing. We love this stuff. You know, the leaves taste just like spinach, and then they get these little berries that taste like strawberries, and they're great in salads. Got sweet banana peppers. What do we got? Ground cherries. Oh, another favorite of ours. We do this for jams. We pick them and just eat them like candy. I dry them. But a bunch of them in here. We grew these. Now, I will give you a little bad thing about these is that, you know, the only way they're ripe is when they fall on the ground. When they fall on the ground, that means that they're ripe, and you pick them up off the ground. You never pick them off of the actual plant. But the problem with that is that sometimes birds will grab them or something like that. They're in a husk, like a tomatillo. So birds don't know that they're in there, but sometimes they will crack open or break open, and then the birds will get to them. And then the seeds, they'll poop them out everywhere, and you end up with ground cherries everywhere the following year. Watch out for that. I mean, you will have them coming up nowhere near where you planted them. So we got basil, I got beets, yellow squash galore. Some more. Here's some more yellow corn. This one's from 2015 that we had. Okra, pumpkin, more basil. So then we have over, we're going to be doing some beefsteak and some Roma. Here's another places that are really good. Dollar Seed. All your seeds, I mean, this was 91 seeds for $1 for beefsteak tomatoes. Another one we do is Crisis Education. This goes, again, it was 91 seeds. They're $1. But these were really, really nice because the money is used for different charities and stuff like that they do. So it's a really cool price. Bell pepper, butternut squash. So when you grow something, make sure you save the seeds and you never have to go back again. Green beans. So here's some of this is what's left that we have, what we've grown and saved. And last year we didn't do any, so I didn't save any, but cantaloupe. There's like all kinds of stuff in here. Let me see if there's anything. That's parsley. We're going to be doing a lot. We don't have any herbs here. So we got summer savory, lemon balm. Again, these are beets as well. And parsley. Got these little dill, parsley, chive, and basil mix. A little mini peppers. This is what we're celery. We're going to do celery. I don't think it's on the list. Mini peppers. I don't know if you ever go to Walmart or Aldi's and you see these tiny little peppers. They're only like this big. And they're green and yellow and orange and red. And they come in a great big, a little container, a little bag of them. Well, I actually went and found them online and bought some. And then we've been actually doing our own. So that they actually ripen in different stages. So if you ever need a mix, you could just go out there. One plant will have all different colors on it. And it's really nice that you could just go out to the garden, grab some stuff, and you'll have all your peppers out there, and you don't have to wait. Iceberg crisp head lettuce. Oh, here's another one we're going to do. Stevia. We're trying to stay away from sugar. In fact, in our teas and everything, all we do is use stevia. So I got tired. I mean, if you ever look at stevia, it's very expensive. So we are going to actually try and grow our own. This is great to put in pots. It will not, you're going to want to put this in pots, put it on your deck or something. You don't want to put it out in the garden because because these are going to need to be brought in, and they'll still grow inside, so you can, you know, bring them in and you'll have them all through the winter too. But you basically just take the leaf off and you let it dry and you grind it up and everything, and it'll be green, but it will be actually stevia. It's actually, I think, 200 to 300 times sweeter than sugar. Now you're probably wondering, okay, well, why is this saying it's 200 to 300 times stronger, but yet you go to the store and you buy the stevia and it's white? How does that work? Well, let me explain a little bit about this. If you're going to use the plant itself, it's 200 to 300 times sweeter than sugar. But if you're going to actually take the juice from this, and then you combine it with some water, and you try to extract out as much of the juice as you can, and then you got to let it dry and crystallize. That's what they use in the bag. This is what we're going to be using directly, as long as you don't mind a little bit of green, which it shouldn't matter. The color shouldn't matter. It tastes the same and it's sweeter. So you only need a little bit of this compared to what you have in there, and I'm not sure what that is. Oh, let's see. A couple things in here. Watermelon. We're going to try and do a watermelon. We're going to use the Agway one. Never done that. And that's okra. We won't be using that. We're going to use what we have. Parsnips. Seeds Plus. So these I believe I got from the internet or eBay. Guaranteed be... Oh, here's another one we're going to do. Glass gem corn, which is a popping corn. We do pop our own corn. So we're going to be doing some glass gem, and we're going to be able to use this as decoration and stuff, and then actually be able to pull it off of the cob and use it for popping corn. So that's another one we are going to do. We're going to do some eggplant too. And no, the Hungarian wax. These are the hot. So yeah, these are hot, basically banana peppers. We'll do these because I actually stuff them with sauerkraut. So, but that's some of the seeds that we're going to be doing this year. We kind of went through it all. I don't want to spend too much more time. I know it's a long video, and but that's what we're planning. So we are going through seeds, checking out what we all have, going through some books. I'm looking through the Gurney's book and some other books and stuff, because we're looking at getting some fruit, different types of fruit, and we're looking to see what do we have as far as what types of fruits we could grow around in this area. I'm looking at maybe some currants, things like that, you know, gooseberries. So we haven't really decided yet, but I just wanted to give you an idea of where we're at and what our layout's going to be. And this might change. I mean, this is just what we've gotten so far. I left enough room to be able to bring the tractor all the way through here. This is the tree line, so we're thinking about putting the compost back in here to be able to drive through, get some compost, pull it out, dump it into any one of these beds. And then, because we only have to do that in the spring, and then once it's planted, we don't need to get back in there. So, tell me what you think. You think that's a good idea? I'm hoping. So inside dimensions, actual planting dimensions of each one of these will be 32 inches wide by 11 foot 8 inches long. So, of course, because the block. Now, we've decided with the onion that we're going to plant the onion in the holes of the block. So, that's going to allow us to, because we're going to do 96 onions. That's going to free up a lot of room and stuff. And that's about, those spaces don't get used anyways. Well, anyways, that's it. I wanted to show you what we're doing so far. Not sure where we're putting the watermelon and other stuff yet. Those are going to go somewhere else in the yard, or I just might plant them right along here or something. Anyways, tell me what you think. Take care and God bless.